Hi guys, welcome to La Femme en Bleu. I have a friend with me, and we're actually at this place, and we were having some girls' time away from, the norm, and so I was asking her because she's been married for many years, and I was asking her if she could leave some of my subscribers some key advice in terms of how to make sure that they have some key things that they do in their relationship to make sure that they have a long-lasting, successful relationship. So again, she's been married to her husband for I don't know, 15 plus years, and so she definitely, I mean, of course, in relationships there's ups and downs, and you there are pros and cons, and you learn and you grow together. So she wanted to share some key nuggets with you guys. Okay, so here she is. All right, friend, BFF. Go ahead.
Thank you, BFF. I'm so glad to be here on your channel. Thank you for taking the time to give me the opportunity to share with your friends concerning marriage and relationships. One of the key things for marital relationship is trust. Trust and transparency. I really believe that it's important to be transparent with your spouse in everything, because transparency gives you knowledge of your spouse, and with transparency it draws you guys closer together, so there are no surprises, because for example, I know my husband's his fears, things that he gets anxious about. I know his weaknesses, and I've gotten to a point where I can't judge. I don't judge those things. These are things that with transparency, you can't judge the person for being transparent. This is who they are, and because of the intimate the relationship that you have, you want to make sure that there's nothing hidden, and that there are no surprises. So I really believe that that's one of the key things in a marital relationship. Like, you have to let them know about you. You have to let them know about your desires, your weaknesses, the things that emotionally affect you, or the emotional side of a relationship. If I want affection, and I know my husband wasn't brought up like that he's not a very emotional person, then I'll let him know, look, this is what I need as a wife. I need emotional support. I need for you to be able to be there for me, to listen to me, to hear my heart, not just to sit and hear, but there's a difference between hearing and listening. When you sit with your spouse, and and you're speaking with your spouse, you want them to listen. You want them to hear and listen. I believe those two they go hand in hand. Yes, I'm hearing you, but what makes me think you're listening is when I see the manifestations of you listening. Like, I see you're doing the things that I mentioned. Like, okay, I like, nice things. I like, coordinated, like, say, a pocketbook and shoes. I want it to be coordinated. I like flowers. So he gives me flowers not only on my birthday, not only on Mother's Day, but some days he just, enters in the room with a vase with flowers. And I say, oh, he listened, he heard me. He not just heard and, and say, oh, she likes flowers. And he does nothing about it. He heard what I'm saying, because he really listened to my heart. And then he took that to the next level, and made it happen. So
he's intentional.
Exactly. He's intentional about it. And I believe that's one of the key things, along with trust and communication. But that's one of the big things for me. So I thought I would share that with you, and that helps our marriage. And that's a key thing for a lot of marriages. Listen, hear, and listen, and do. You want to be hearers and doers also.
Yes, exactly. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate your insight in terms of what's been making your marriage work, and I hope, fam, as you are listening, that you are taking away what my BFF here has shared, and that you are also enjoying this beautiful view that we have been enjoying for the past few days. So hopefully you'll be able to get away and start your summer out with, moments for you to reflect and refresh yourself like we have. And I'm hoping there'll be many, many more out, many more retreats that we take part in, so that we can kind of make sure that we are at our best for our family, those that we interact with daily. We definitely need these moments to kind of refuel, really. That's really what it is. We spent time, as you've seen on this channel, I'm a believer, so we spent time in prayer, fellowship. We definitely drew closer to the Lord, to God, and so hopefully you guys will be able to experience the same as you do what you do to get yourself refreshed and re-energized. All right, any last minute thoughts, BFF, that you want to share before?
Yeah, I just wanted to share that as a mother and as a wife, it's imperative that you do take some time for yourself to go to an unfamiliar place. Not in your home, just go to an unfamiliar place where you can journal, where you can pray, where you can spend time reading the wisdom of God from the Word of God. And I believe that helps to, like my friend said, refuel, so that you can be able to go back home and be better for your kids, be better for your husband, be better for your community. Mm-hmm. And so I encourage everyone, if it's even like a whole day, if it's even one day, if you can't get away for a whole weekend or a week, at least one day, take that time for yourself, preferably with another friend, another girlfriend. I really don't encourage it by yourself, but you just need somewhat of a community to be able to, like girls trip away, so that you can encourage each other as a mother, as a wife. You just give testimonies of what's been going on in your life and what works, and all those different things. But I think it's very, very important. And now I've been away for a few days, and now I feel empowered. I feel strengthened. I feel like I'm ready to step back into my world at home and be a better wife, a better mother, a better employee, and a better person for my community. And I really think that's something that women should do for themselves. Self-care is very important, mentally, spiritually, physically. Like, I took time to go to the gym. I took walks by the lake. It was just empowering. And I really, really believe that this is something that is, it's necessary. Honestly, it shouldn't be an option. It's really a necessary thing for us as women to do.
Yes, that's awesome. Well, thank you again for your insight, and I'm hoping everybody enjoyed this little conversation here. Thank you for tuning in. Again, this is La Femme en Bleu, and hopefully you guys will subscribe. Until next time, friends, thank you.